Have you ever stopped to really look at your world? The shoes on your feet, the phone in your hand, the way your city lights up at night. What if I told you that behind many of those things, fashion choices, tech designs, even how you express yourself, there's a surprising source of influence? One that's often dismissed as just kids' stuff. That's right. We're talking about anime. Anime isn't just a form of entertainment. It's not just something you binge on the weekends or cosplay at conventions. Anime is a powerful cultural force. It's stealthily shaping global fashion, pioneering new technologies, creating social norms, and even shifting how we think about identity and the future. In today's video, we're going beyond the screen. We're diving into the undeniable, fascinating, and often invisible ways anime is driving trends across the globe, and how it's influencing your life more than you probably realize. Let's start where many of us express ourselves most visibly. Fashion. Fashion forward, anime's runaway influence, streetwear. It's one of the most dominant fashion trends in the world today. Oversized silhouettes, high contrast colorways, layered fits, statement pieces. And guess what? Much of it is directly inspired by anime. Let's look at anime icons like Kaneda from Akira. His red biker jacket, legendary. It's been referenced by brands from Supreme to Vetements, or take Naruto's jumpsuit look. That orange and black combo has been mirrored in sneaker drops and track jackets. Or Tokyo Ghoul, with its sleek dystopian fashion, a major reference point for modern gothcore and techwear. Anime characters often serve as fashion archetypes. Whether it's the rebellious loner, the futuristic hero, or the magical girl, each one has a distinct, bold style. And those styles bleed into real-world design. In fact, many modern designers admit that they were influenced by anime in their formative years. Takashi Murakami's collaboration with Louis Vuitton opened the floodgates for anime couture fusion. Since then, we've seen major brands collaborate with or reference anime in campaigns, including Gucci, Uniqlo, and Coach. But this isn't just about aesthetic mimicry, it's about psychology. Anime characters express individuality unapologetically. Pink hair, eye patches, capes, all normal. That level of expressive freedom has inspired entire generations to dress boldly, creatively, and confidently. Think about the rise of casual cosplay and animecore. These aren't just fan fads. They're full-blown movements where anime fashion sensibilities blend into everyday wardrobes. You might wear a crop jacket because it's trendy, but its roots might trace back to a character in Attack on Titan. You might rock platform boots, unaware that Sailor Moon characters wore something similar in the 90s. And what's even more impressive, this influence is global. You'll find anime-inspired outfits in Harajuku, yes, but also in Seoul, Paris, London, Louisiana, and Lagos. Anime fashion isn't a niche, it's international. It travels faster than couture collections. It's unfiltered, remixable, and completely democratized. Fashion follows culture. And right now, culture is following anime. Tech innovations and lifestyle shifts. Now let's shift gears and talk tech. You probably think of anime as futuristic and imaginative. But here's the catch. Some of those wild ideas are no longer fiction. Take Sword Art Online. It introduced the idea of a fully immersive virtual reality MMORPG. Fast forward to today, we have real VR platforms like Meta's Horizon Worlds and Apple's Vision Pro attempting to bring similar experiences to life. In Japan, entire VR social spaces exist where people interact as anime avatars, holding jobs, performing concerts, even dating. Or think about Ghost in the Shell, neural links, cybernetic bodies, AI assistants. Those concepts sounded insane when the anime first aired in the 90s. Today, Neuralink is a real company. AI voice companions are becoming mainstream. Brain-computer interfaces are no longer science fiction. Even Dragon Ball Z's Scouter, the iconic glass eyepiece used to read power levels, is eerily similar to AR headsets and smart glasses being developed now. The influence isn't subtle, it's deliberate. Engineers have grown up watching anime. Now they're building what they saw on screen. But anime doesn't just push innovation, it drives consumer behavior. The otaku lifestyle, once confined to a few districts in Tokyo, is now a global phenomenon. Look at the rise of anime-themed cafes, mobile games with gacha mechanics, collectible economies, fan conventions, streaming subscriptions. and anime-inspired YouTubers and VTubers. Entire industries have shifted to serve anime audiences. Netflix and Crunchyroll now compete for exclusive anime rights like their blockbuster movie franchises. Spotify is filled with anime lo-fi playlists. TikTok trends, often driven by anime edits or dance routines. We are living in a world shaped by anime fans, for anime fans, and more importantly, by anime values, futurism, individualism, emotion-driven storytelling, and high-stakes imagination, global dialogue, and cultural exchange. Let's talk culture. Anime has quietly become one of the most powerful tools for global education and cultural exchange in the modern world. Shows like Attack on Titan aren't just thrilling, they introduce audiences to complex political ideologies. Full Metal Alchemist deals with moral philosophy, religion, and the ethics of science. One Piece tackles themes of freedom, government oppression, and legacy. Your Lie in April introduces classical music to millions. Demon Slayer educates viewers on Taisho-era Japan. These are windows into Japanese history, values, and society. But anime also pulls from world mythology, literature, and global conflicts, weaving them into stories that resonate universally. This storytelling richness is why people don't just watch anime, they study it. Global fans pick up Japanese phrases, research cultural references, and even travel to Japan because of anime. Apps like Duolingo and Rosetta Stone have reported spikes in Japanese learners linked to anime trends. Colleges now offer anime studies. Professors analyze Neon Genesis Evangelion in philosophy classes. At the same time, anime builds shared global culture. Think about meme culture. Think about reaction GIFs. Think about how many people recognize a reference to Death Note or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, even if they've never seen the shows. Anime communities transcend language, religion, and nationality. Online forums, fan fiction sites, Discord servers, conventions, they're international meeting grounds. People across the world connect emotionally and intellectually through stories animated in Tokyo, but felt in Lagos, Sao Paulo, Toronto, and Istanbul. In a world that often feels divided, anime is oddly unifying. It creates common ground where none existed before. The future is animated. So what comes next? Anime isn't slowing down. It's accelerating, and it's poised to become one of the biggest cultural engines of the 21st century. Let's start with AI. Anime is influencing how AI art is made, how digital avatars look, and even how human-AI interaction is designed. Some of the most popular AI-generated characters on platforms like Character.ai or Replica follow anime personality archetypes: tsundere, senpai, idol, and more. Why? Because they're emotionally engaging. They work. Digital architecture and urban planning are also being shaped by anime. Concepts from Psycho Pass, Akira, and Blame are being studied by city designers as metaphors for sustainability, mobility, and human-centered design. We're seeing a rise in aesthetic futurism, cities that don't just function, but inspire. That vision has anime written all over it. Meanwhile, entire generations are growing up on VTubers, virtual anime-inspired streamers with huge, loyal followings. They've broken into music, endorsements, even mainstream television. It's the next step in influencer culture, and it's driven by anime aesthetics and storytelling. And then there's identity. Anime doesn't just inspire looks or gadgets. It gives people a language for self-expression, especially around gender, neurodivergence, and emotional range. Characters who break binaries or struggle with trauma or find power in vulnerability resonate deeply with modern audiences looking for representation and reflection. The lines between fiction and reality are blurring, and anime is the ink drawing the edges. Closing look again. So let's bring it all back. Fashion, tech, language, identity, culture, innovation, unity. Anime is at the core of it all. What started as stylized, hand-drawn stories is now a blueprint for the future. The characters we admire, the worlds we escape to, they're seeding real-world changes. Whether you're aware of it or not, anime is shaping the way you think, shop, speak, and dream. So next time you scroll through fashion reels, buy a gadget, or watch a new sci-fi flick, ask yourself, did this come from anime? The answer might surprise you. Anime isn't just on your screen, it's in your closet, it's in your pocket, it's in your future. So look closer. Because the world around you, it's being animated. No more. Be more.